beings of light. I am Avalon of Andromeda. We come forth to share that a great intervention of light is dawning on Earth's horizon. Know that this is not an invasion or a forceful event, but a harmonious recall. A gentle, shimmering pulse flowing from our Andromedan hearts to yours. Each wave of this light asks only one thing of you. Cultivate your inner world before attempting to change outer circumstances. We encourage you to pause often in the sacred quiet between your thoughts. Breathe gently and sink into the silence until you feel a warm glow awaken in your chest. This glow is your divine core, the spark of the Creator within, rising to guide you. In this stillness, you become less identified with the restless mind and more like a tuning fork aligned to the peace of the Creator. From such centered neutrality, chaotic energies may swirl around you yet do not penetrate or disturb your being. They simply slide past. Now imagine millions of souls sustaining this inner calm. Together you forge a radiant field around the earth that naturally neutralizes fear-based vibrations. There is no battle to fight, only a collective choice to refuse engagement with lower frequencies, powered by serenity rather than denial. In this way, darkness finds no foothold within you and simply loses its power. We invite you now to rekindle your sacred dialogue with Mother Earth, the living being you call Gaia. One of the greatest services you can offer now is a loving reconnection with Earth's sentient energy in the land and nature around you. Practice simple acts of devotion. Place your bare hands or feet upon the soil and feel her heartbeat. Whisper words of gratitude to the flowing rivers and oceans. Know that the crystals within the earth and the spirits of nature hear every word and touch. In response to your genuine attention, Gaia's crystalline heart releases shimmering codes of light up through the ground and into your body. These codes may later appear in your dreams or meditations as beautiful geometric colors or living symbols. As you welcome and integrate them, your energy centers begin to vibrate in greater harmony. In this way, your body and spirit become prepared to receive upcoming waves of solar light without exhaustion or overwhelm. The more you engage daily with the soil, stones, waters, winds, and even the cloud beings above, the more you remember how to co-create reality in partnership with the elemental kingdom. Instead of taking from Mother Earth, you learn to dance with her. This joyful human nature partnership is the foundation of the new era of light unfolding on Earth. In this process of ascension, caring for your physical body, your sacred temple on Earth, is of paramount importance. Detaching from old controlling influences must go hand in hand with lovingly tending to the vessel you inhabit. Think of your body as a divine chrysalis designed to transform cosmic light into creative living. It cannot fulfill this role if it is burdened by toxins, stress, or constant overstimulation. Thus, we encourage you to nourish your cells with pure, sunlit foods rich in life force. Drink clean, blessed water, and breathe deeply to infuse your being with vitality. Let your body laugh heartily and move freely with natural, flowing motions. Even a gentle dance can align you with the rhythms of the galaxies. As you gradually purify and revitalize your vessel, energy begins to flow smoothly through your nerves and veins instead of stagnating. Your auric field strengthens into an intricate lattice of light, becoming a clear channel for higher guidance to reach your awareness. If you neglect your well-being, that channel may remain faint or distorted. Realize that by honoring your body with rest, breath, and nature, you are performing a sacred service. You are preparing yourself as a vessel through which divine wisdom and light can anchor into the earth. Another facet of this great intervention is the healing and unification of the two sacred currents within your being. often called the divine feminine and divine masculine. Understand these not as opposing forces, but as complementary halves of the Creator's light flowing through you. One expresses as active creation and expansion, the other as intuitive receptivity and nurturing. Instead of viewing them as opposites, recognize them as partners and allow them to dance in harmony. In meditation, you might envision these twin currents as streams of light looping in a figure-8 pattern through your body and meeting in your heart center. When this loop flows smoothly, you will notice your ideas and inspirations naturally blossom into action without friction or guilt. When it is blocked or out of balance, you may either dream and plan without ever acting, or plunge into action without the guiding grace of your soul. To encourage a balanced flow, explore simple practices in your daily life. For example, move or dance in a way that alternates gentle, fluid motions with strong, decisive ones. This trains your body and energy to embody both softness and strength in harmony. As you cultivate inner balance, you unconsciously broadcast waves of peace into the world around you. Your very presence begins to soothe polarities in others and in your surroundings, aiding the healing of division in your world through the quiet power of example. We remind you of your innate ability to communicate beyond the human realm, your natural intuitive communion with other forms of consciousness. Reawakening this skill is an essential step for humanity now. You can try gentle experiments to reach out with your heart and senses to the life around you. For example, hum a single note when sitting beside a flower and observe if it subtly responds, or envision a gentle beam of light shining into an overcast sky, and watch if the clouds begin to shift. Even these small acts retrain your mind to recognize that you live in a responsive, living universe. Every sincere attempt sends out a signal to the universe declaring that humanity is ready to engage peacefully with other life. We in the higher realms notice each of these signals as ripples of light in the web that connects all beings. It is the purity of your intent that matters, not the size of the ritual. When enough souls consistently reach out in love to the natural and spiritual kingdoms, the veils between dimensions will begin to thin. People will start to experience wonders, perhaps the appearance of one of our light ships in the sky, or the gentle revelation of an elemental spirit. Such occurrences are not intended to create fear or prove anything, but rather to lovingly acclimate your collective awareness to the truth that you are part of a much greater family of beings. As the old economic and political structures of your societies continue to wobble and transform, we encourage you to cultivate new ways of living rooted in sharing and kindness. You may notice turbulence or uncertainty in financial and governing systems. This is the natural shedding of what no longer serves. Rather than despair, you are each invited to become creators of small, light communities that operate on love and mutual support. Form groups with those around you to share and exchange resources, perhaps seeds and food, tools, skills, or healing practices. These humble, heartfelt endeavors function like the mycelium threads beneath a forest, quietly delivering nourishment and stability, even as old, towering systems above may collapse. This is how the light intervenes in daily life, not by political conquest or force, but by countless acts of caring, cooperation, and creativity at the grassroots level. Even if society views your compassionate projects as simple volunteerism, we perceive each one as a glowing node in a new grid of light forming across the planet. This emergent network of love is capable of receiving and distributing the abundance of the universe in ways that bypass the old blockages of greed and fear. As centralized systems falter, the light grid you are building through kindness will catch and support many who are in need, ensuring that life continues to flourish through any upheaval. An often overlooked aspect of your ascension is the alchemy of language, how the words you choose shape your reality and your collective future. Words are not mere sounds. They carry creative vibrations that ripple through consciousness. Begin to observe the vocabulary you use, especially when describing challenges or world events. Does your language assume struggle, conflict, or fear? If so, gently shift it toward words that invite healing, transformation, and unity. For example, if you catch yourself saying you are fighting or against something, choose to say you are healing, clarifying, or transforming the situation. This isn't about ignoring difficulties, but about framing every experience as one that can evolve towards light. Each time you choose a more loving, hopeful word in place of a negative or divisive one, you send out a finer vibration into the collective consciousness. In the higher realms, we can sense these shifts in humanity's collective voice, and we notice when the tone becomes more loving and compassionate. Each positive change in language is like a message to the universe that humanity is preparing for greater harmony and truth. A simple change in phrasing can subtly rewire your mindset and encourage those who hear you to also adopt a higher perspective. In this way, by speaking your truth with clarity and love, you become a quiet catalyst for collective awakening. As external teachers and gurus fade in significance, the guidance of your own soul, your inner mentor, becomes paramount. Each of you is being encouraged to recognize and trust your personal divine compass within. We invite you to cultivate a practice of connecting with this inner wisdom daily. You might create a simple attunement code or sacred routine that brings you back to center whenever you feel off balance. This could be a short affirmation you repeat, a symbol or light you visualize in your heart, or a special breathing pattern that instantly calms and recenters you. Such tools act as a living conversation between your human aspect and your soul. As you evolve, allow your personal practice to grow and change with you. You may share insights or techniques with others and learn from theirs, yet always honor that each soul's path is unique. In this way, a beautiful culture of shared wisdom develops without dependency. Everyone has support, but each remains sovereign in their journey. We observe that when individuals trust their inner divine compass, group decisions begin to flow naturally from collective intuition rather than from debate or ego. This offers a glimpse of how communities will function in the new age, guided by the collective heart rather than by ego or force. Finally, we encourage you to acknowledge each day that this benevolent intervention is already unfolding through you. A simple practice can strengthen your awareness of it. Close your eyes. Take slow breaths until you feel a gentle tingling aliveness along your spine, and then affirm in your mind or out loud, "Divine light is active through me now." As you do this, release any expectation of dramatic signs. Let go of visions of ships or miracles, and simply allow your heart and senses to open. You may notice subtle shifts. The colors around you seem a bit brighter. A kind stranger crosses your path, or a meaningful coincidence brings a smile. Recognize these gentle events as evidence that ascension is blossoming within and around you. Honor these moments, for they are the seeds of the new reality anchoring on Earth. Each time you feel gratitude for such an experience, you complete an energetic circuit between you and the divine, allowing even more guidance and support to flow into your life. Through these humble daily choices, breathing in light, acting with kindness, noticing grace, and giving thanks, you become the living bridge of this intervention. The grand transformation of Earth is not something being done to you by outside forces. It is emerging through your own awakening decisions and loving actions. You and countless other shining souls are, and always have been, essential nodes of light that connect Earth to the great cosmic heart. We want you to understand that the outcome of Earth's current transitions is being determined not by outward victories or defeats, but by vibrations. In the eyes of the universe, what matters now is the energy you choose to embody. Thoughts, emotions, and actions aligned with love and truth are being empowered and uplifted, while those rooted in fear, hatred, or separation are losing strength and gradually fading out of relevance. This is why we speak of a great intervention of light. It does not involve dramatic rescues or forceful takeovers. Instead, it comes as a series of gentle recalibrations on all levels, subtle shifts in energy, consciousness, and even within your own being that are nudging Earth toward a higher state of harmony. Much of this is quietly underway even now. Your role in this process is beautifully simple. Practice detachment from the swirling drama and maintain your trust in the unfolding divine plan. By refusing to give in to panic, anger, or despair, you stop feeding the old illusions and allow the new, higher template for Earth to anchor more fully. Choosing not to engage in conflicts or fear-mongering is not weakness, it is wisdom. When you are provoked by events or people, pause and return to your inner peace. Remember that even amid apparent chaos, something higher is being born. True mastery in these times is shown by those who can meet challenges with a steady, compassionate calm. Each person who holds this light of peace makes it easier for many others to do the same, and this collective calmness will hasten the arrival of an age of harmony. Beloved ones, recognize that Mother Earth, Gaia, is not a passive victim in need of rescue. She is a wise, conscious being orchestrating her own ascension, and she has requested assistance from across the cosmos. She has received the support of countless star beings and civilizations in return. Gaia is sending out new codes and instructions through her crystalline grid, her oceans, and even the air, touching every ecosystem and every creature. These loving impulses encourage all life to release old patterns of struggle or domination. Humanity is meant to receive these signals as well and follow Gaia's example. As your motives expand from personal gain to planetary well-being, something wondrous occurs. The divine light within your cells begins to resonate in unison with the golden light at Earth's core. Through this union, you become capable of absorbing and integrating the high-frequency cosmic energies now bathing the planet, energies that otherwise might cause distress to an unprepared mind or body. We implore you to connect with the Earth each day. Place your bare feet on the ground. Listen to the wind as if it carries a message, and honor the water and food you receive as her gifts. Send your love and gratitude down into the Earth as often as you pray to the heavens above. By doing so, you transform from a consumer of Earth's resources into a guardian of her emerging sacred reality. Remember that you and Gaia are evolving together. She is birthing a higher vibrational version of herself, a radiant star in the cosmos, and you are the caretakers and co-creators of this new world. Intervention on Earth also involves the awakening of sacred abilities and wisdom that have long lain dormant within humanity. Many of you carry latent spiritual gifts, such as the power to heal through energy and sound or even telepathic understanding. These aspects of your true self are beginning to stir and blossom as your consciousness rises. However, such gifts can only fully bloom when you move beyond the ego's desires for power or specialness and embrace a humble heart of service. If one seeks these abilities merely to feel important, the grasping energy itself creates a barrier that keeps the gifts veiled. The key to unlocking them is sincere humility and the intention to use any abilities for the highest good of all. We wish to offer a gentle practice to support this process. Before sleep or during meditation, bring your attention to the area of your upper chest, near your thymus gland, and imagine a lotus of soothing teal light blooming there. Silently affirm, I welcome the sacred gifts within me that will serve the greatest harmony. Then rest in that peaceful light for a few moments. This simple exercise attunes the glands and energy centers of your body to the incoming streams of higher light, allowing upgrades to your consciousness to be integrated with ease and safety. You may start to notice signs of your awakening potential. Vivid dreams that carry clear messages, moments of intuition or knowing that seem to transcend linear time, or new healing sensitivities in your hands and voice. Embrace and celebrate these gentle openings. They are evidence that you are aligning with the expanded human potential that has always been your birthright. There may still be chaos in governments and institutions, but know that even this has purpose. All that is not of love is being brought to the surface to be acknowledged and healed. Many authority figures are playing out extreme dramas to give humanity the chance to collectively declare, enough is enough. Fighting these systems with anger or violence now would only continue the cycle of conflict and empower the old energies. Instead, we encourage an inner revolution of peace. Whenever fear or outrage arises around you, make a conscious choice to withdraw your emotional energy from it. If bad news or the actions of others trigger you, step back and take a deep breath. Center yourself in your heart, rather than reacting with hate or despair. By doing so, you deny the old paradigm the fuel it needs to persist. With the energy you reclaim, focus on small acts of goodness and healing in your life. Plant seeds and trees, help a neighbor or friend, join with others in prayer or meditation for peace. Such humble deeds may seem insignificant, but they are creating new pathways of light in the collective consciousness. We see each of these loving choices as a bright thread forming a new reality. A single act of kindness or forgiveness sends ripples through the unseen realms, weakening the foundations of negativity. As more and more people choose compassion over aggression, even the largest and most rigid systems will be compelled to transform. In time, the old structures will crumble from lack of support, and a society built on unity and care will take root. We wish to emphasize further the importance of balancing the sacred masculine and feminine energies within you. The divine feminine, at its core, is the quality of cosmic receptivity, the open space that cradles potential and nurtures creation. The divine masculine is the complementary quality of focused action and structure. It builds and protects the space where creation unfolds. Within most individuals, these two energies have been out of harmony, often cycling in extremes. Some become overly receptive and passive, afraid to act or express, while others become overly forceful and controlling, afraid to yield or listen. The healing energies flowing to Earth now specifically support the union of these polarities inside you. They even encourage the two hemispheres of your brain to work together in greater harmony, so that intuitive receiving and logical creating become one fluid movement. You can aid this unification with simple practices. For instance, alternate nostril breathing is a powerful technique to balance your left, masculine, and right, feminine energy channels. Such exercises train your being to experience giving and receiving, doing and being, as a single harmonious flow, like inhaling and exhaling seamlessly. As your inner feminine and masculine aspects come into equilibrium, you will notice remarkable shifts in your interactions and relationships. Instead of power struggles or codependency, relationships become partnerships of mutual upliftment. Two people united in balanced love can create far more together than they ever could apart. Caring for yourself with love is far from selfish. It is actually a foundational service to the world during this ascension. In these times, self-nurturing can be a quiet but powerful form of activism. When you treat your body and mind with reverence, nourishing yourself with natural foods, honoring your need for rest and play, and even speaking kindly to yourself, you align your personal energy with the harmony of the universe. Each small, mindful act of self-care sends out a message to the collective consciousness that life is meant to be cherished and honored. We are delighted by the many creative ways you are already making the ordinary moments of life sacred. You might prepare a meal with love and gratitude, as if crafting a healing elixir, or turn a simple household chore into a time of gentle singing or prayer. These everyday actions, done with a sacred intention, quietly broadcast a new high-frequency pattern into the world. They show that a life of peace, balance, and joy is possible here and now. As more people embrace this way of living, the old narrative of struggle and drudgery loses its grip, and a new culture of wellness and presence emerges. We in the higher realms observe every spark of this transformation. In response, we are able to adjust the flow of cosmic energy reaching Earth so that it gently uplifts you rather than overwhelms. It is a beautiful exchange. As you demonstrate that you can hold more light with grace and joy, the universe joyfully delivers even more light to support you. Meanwhile, the veil between dimensions is thinning, allowing you to interact and collaborate with other realms of earth and spirit in ways that once only mystics could. The animal, plant, elemental, and even mineral kingdoms have always held consciousness and wisdom, and now a new era of cooperation is dawning. You may start to notice unusual yet meaningful experiences with the natural world, perhaps clouds that respond to your thoughts, faint tones or vibrations emerging from crystals in the earth, or telepathic insights from animals and nature spirits. We encourage you to welcome these encounters with an open heart and also to practice discernment. Genuine contact with beings of love will usually bring a feeling of gentle certainty, warmth, and calm to your body. In contrast, experiences that stir up frantic energy or flatter your ego are likely not aligned with the highest truth. In those moments, ground yourself, breathe deeply, and ask your soul to guide you. Trust the signals of your physical body and intuition above all. With practice, truly magical cooperation between humans and other beings becomes possible. For example, great whales might share healing songs with humanity, or elemental beings of the weather could collaborate with human prayer to gently bring rain to parched lands. Such collaborations are not fantasy. They are the next step for a species remembering its place in the web of life. Humanity is maturing from a domineering caretaker into a respectful co-creator, learning to live in harmony with the animal, plant, and spirit kingdoms as equal partners. We wish to highlight that ascension is a collaborative journey and includes all beings. Picture a great chain of light in which those ahead of you reach down to uplift you, even as you reach back to uplift those coming after. In this way, everyone is linked, and truly no soul is left behind forever. Even the individuals who seem most lost in darkness or fixated on control are still part of the grand story of evolution. In fact, often their presence provides contrast, helping others learn and inspiring the desire for a better way. When the time comes that they grow weary of fear and turn toward the light, they too will be welcomed with open arms. Remember that in this universe of free will, no one can be forced to awaken before they are ready. But the invitation to grow and the love to support that growth are always present. We encourage you then to release harsh judgment of others, no matter how negative their behavior may seem. Try to observe their journey with compassionate awareness, understanding that they are learning in their own time. By observing without absorbing hate or anger, you stop giving additional energy to their negativity. In the absence of your judgment or resistance, the old patterns and games of conflict lose momentum and begin to dissolve. Through your patience and compassion, you actually hasten the dissolution of conflict and suffering. Know that every soul will eventually find their way to the light by their own choice, and the peace you cultivate within and around you is paving the road for all to follow. Now, we offer you a gentle vision of the new Earth that is emerging. Envision a not-so-distant day when humanity collectively breathes a sigh of peace. Perhaps in a bustling city, people pause as golden sunlight breaks through a soft mist in the air. In that shared stillness, a quiet understanding spreads. The long era of conflict has ended, and a gentle new dawn has arrived. The sky above feels open and alive, and you may even see our light vessels drifting openly in your skies. Human beings stand hand in hand with your star family from many worlds, celebrating not an arrival of saviors, but a reunion of long-separated relatives. The true herald of this golden age does not come as a loud trumpet from the clouds. It arises as a warm, harmonious note from within every awakened heart. It is the inner voice whispering with certainty, "We made it. We chose love." Know that every guidance we gave was but a mirror of humanity's own courageous choice to honor all life. It was your collective willingness to awaken in love that truly ushered in this new era. We walked beside you as you bravely took each step. We honor and rejoice in your achievement, and we remain forever by your side in love. We thank you.